All right, well, it is a lovely Wednesday afternoon. I needed to test the latest build that Asai sent over, and I thought I would do a quick in-the-car vlog as I've been doing, and I decided that it's such a beautiful day, sunny and 84 degrees out, that I would use the vent for this. So let me put up this other window because that should make a significant difference in the amount of cross noise that you're getting here, because this car just funnels wind around, especially if you put the windows down. Actually, it's noisiest if you put the windows down and the top on. What happens is the wind comes in and smacks right into that fastback windshield there and blows the air around and then back out that window or that window, but it literally is the worst possible thing for noise, but I love the look of it. I just love the fastback. I know that sportback ones, the older versions, the notchback, are worth more than the later Mako when they were still the Stingray editions. But I don't care. I don't care because this is my car, and in my opinion, this is the best car. Why? Because it's mine. And that's kind of one of the big things about cars I always found, is that it really doesn't matter it shouldn't matter, actually, what other people think is cool. It really should matter what you think is cool, what you're happiest behind the wheel of. The other component, for me at least, is how much do you drive it? Do you really get out there and use your car? And I really think that some people buy cars and then they don't drive them. They don't utilize them to their full capabilities. And see, the thing with this car is you gotta get out there and turn the engine. It's a V8, it's an iron block, and it's been modified, so it wants to run. So it is important to at least take it out every week and get it going. And don't drive it like it's precious. I always love that comment from the guys at Everyday Driver, who we were a proud sponsor of, to sponsor a few of their podcasts. I love their message. Great cars are wonderful, but drive them, because that's actually what makes them great, is your usage of it, the emotional connection you form with the car, but not because it sits in the garage and it's pretty to look at, but because it's great to drive. So I just wanted to get out, do a little bit of testing with the app. We're fixing some problems. The new build is getting rid of that Explore button and switching it out for search, so people stop asking, how do I search for drives in my area? It'll be kind of obvious now. And that was our fault. That was absolutely our fault. I don't blame anybody for not being able to figure that out. I blame myself, actually. When you do development, when you do design work, one of the things you got to ask yourself is if I didn't make this myself, would I look at this and know that's what it meant? The problem is, after you've invested 2 years of time into something, that perspective is almost impossible to gain. It really is. As hard as you want to try, as hard as you think you're working it, being objective, it's tough. It really is. So we've taken that feedback to heart, and we're making those changes for the better. And we're really hoping to improve some engagement there. And I want to thank everybody. We're a little over 8,000 members at this point, and we are really pleased with that. We have hit a snag. We will not be working with WeFunder, which is a shame. But I think we just couldn't come to terms with them. We will be doing a fundraising initiative, and I'm not doing a Patreon. I refuse to do that. I feel like everybody should get something for their investment, not just the development of a better product. I think you should walk away with something. So we are going to continue to explore a Reg CF offering, And again, if I haven't explained Reg CF in the past, I'm going to do it one more time here. Oh, nice MG. Nice car. Pretty old, pretty and old MG Roadster. Very nice looking, very pretty little car. The polar opposite of this thing, where that says, no, we're going to go with a light build and small motor, high revving. This is low revving and an absolute bucket of torque. You know, it's funny, if you saw the video that my father and I did when we drove up Mount Washington, which is a lot of fun, but I think kind of looking at it, and he always said this car would be great. No, it wouldn't. The vague 70s steering, and we fixed a lot of it by going to polyurethane bushings, but the electronic steering in the Volt, a modern car, was a little vague. I absolutely do not trust the steering in this car with that little room for error. Also, while the car is not very wide, it's actually quite a narrow car, it is inordinately long. And because of that, you really are you're kind of managing the nose 90% of the time in this thing, because that's where your engine is. And the reason, and it's not a particularly long car even, what it really is that in an effort to get the engine as far back as they could in the 1970s, the solution was to push the driver as far back as they possibly could. This is before the new C8 mid-engine, and originally they'd been planning to do a mid-engine version of this car. But to kind of just cover it off, what they did was they pushed you so far back that you were literally sitting on the rear wheel of this car. So the engine can be pushed as far back to the middle of the car. That's why this car has actually a slight bias towards rear. I think it's like 51.5, 52% rear bias in the weight, which helps give you more traction under acceleration, but absolutely means that you have this long, and I'm going to use James Mayism, pryopic bonnet ahead of you, just taking up, just stretching out to the sky and the unknown ahead of you. I couldn't imagine going up Mount Washington in this. That would be brutal. Also, the clutch is heavy, the engine is temperamental. Yeah, not a smart thing. Back to my initial point though, with fundraising. So we are going to do a Reg CF offering. That is something that I want to do because I want our investors to walk away with something. So we're going to do that. It's just a matter of finding the right partner to do that with. And we're going to probably look at Net Capital and a few others. I actually like Net Capital. They've offered a decent level of services. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next. And we'll keep you up to date on that. So thanks for tuning in, if you are tuning in and you haven't tuned out yet. And I'm Brian Miller, so CEO of DriveLine Entertainment. We produce the DriveLine app. If you're not on it and you like driving, you're missing out. So get out there, spend some time on the road, enjoy your car, and just drive, because it's fun.